bad weather, $10. We got you covered.
Got the stream out there, courtesy. We got the Owensboro Health Third Region Tournament live stream presented by American Legion Post 9. The links are out there on social media. Be sure and follow along there. Also for our Floor Concepts Player of the Games and our champion Mazda Drive of the game. It's been a big hit so far throughout the first 2 games of the girls. I'm sure it'll be a big hit on the boys' side as well. Big shout out to Feta Pizza. They're in the Audubon Federal Credit Union hospitality room tonight. If any administrators or coaches will be in the house,
I tried a piece.
Check that out.
Really good.
Oh, I've already slammed 3 pieces over here.
Steve, you got a whole pizza there behind you, Steve. You cleared out the hospitality. No food for anybody else tonight. It's all on Steve.
Here. That's right, 100%. Got to run through me first. But no, we'll have our Green River Area Federal Credit Union pregame, countdown to tip-off coming up at the bottom of the hour. But at 6 p.m., it'll be Davis County, Breckenridge County kicking us off for boys action tonight, game number 1 of the boys' third region tournament. And then the nightcap, Grayson County will take on Muhlenberg County. We'll preview those 2 games at the bottom of the hour in just a little bit. But I did want to switch gears a little bit.
One thing, too, also for the hospitality room, Kevin Morris and Pepsi, because they're supplying all the drinks in there, and they've done
Chris,
that.
I'm surprised Chris hasn't texted me already saying that I left him out.
Yeah, it's Chris. It was Kevin Morris / Chris Riley.
Yeah.
Let's give him all the credit too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and Kevin Morris does great work as well. And big shout out. I'm fasting from sodas, anything sugar related except coffee. That's the only
we got
thing.
water down there too, Steve.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All
I'm
right.
just saying, but it's a bad week for that.
It is.
They got free Pepsi everywhere, but that's all right. Good sacrifice.
Can you imagine Brad Payne fasting from Diet Pepsi bottles?
No, I can't. No, I absolutely can't. But Brad,
I think you need to give it. Hey, you know what,
Brad's
dude?
been a fixture in the hospitality room.
Well, yeah. Here's what we need to do. When it comes down to our bracket challenge this year, when we go beyond the bench versus live at 5, I think if we win, he's got to give up Diet Pepsi for 40 days.
Oh, yeah, there's no chance he's doing that. There's no chance.
I think he will.
He don't have the guts. Yeah,
he doesn't.
Actually, competing against me in the NCAA tournament.
Hold on, we won last year.
Even if I have a partner, it could be tough. Yeah, we did. We did win. We won bowling.
We've won bowling. We've dominated beyond the bench.
I have, yeah. That's surprising, believe it or not.
It's not competition anymore.
Well, Coach Briggs will.
And won the KBA award.
I think Coach Briggs will be in the house tonight.
He will.
But he won't be coaching tonight. That'll be tomorrow night. In the final game of the first round as Ohio County takes on Apollo. But let's switch gears a little bit. We'll look back on last night's games. You talk about the nightcap last night. Davis County controlled it throughout, 52-30 win over Muhlenberg. Kennedy Lane doing Kennedy Lane things, scoring 22 points. Riley Hayden with 10. And then Jenna Stewart got our champion Mazda drive of the game right down the baseline to open the game. So, we want to spread that love around a little bit. I thought that was an excellent drive for her, and the Lady Panthers punched their ticket to round 2, looking to defend that third region title.
Yeah, I mean, it was a game. I don't think they played particularly well. I was watching a little bit of it in Paynesville, Ohio, Steve, and also listening. So, but I mean, listen, they were a heavy favorite coming in, and I think sometimes if you're going to have a game that maybe you don't play your A game and you play your C plus B game. Do it in round 1 and get a win and move on.
Yeah, no, and I think it's one of those games. It was one of those games where it was just super disjointed.
Well, you jumped out to a 15-2 lead, and then it's just kind of.
It's like they kind of put it in cruise control, and I'm sure that's not an excuse. You want to be sharp all the time, but it was just one of those games where it was kind of not in doubt early. Let's just say that. And then Muhlenberg was having a really tough time even getting a shot up, let alone scoring. They only had 2 points at the end of the first quarter. And but the thing about Muhlenberg is very young basketball team.
Yes.
Now, granted, they got Wilkins, who's the leading scorer, and she's had a great career there. But you look at the supporting cast, and, it is a lot of youth on that team. And shout out to Coach Groves. He's done a great job. He flipped the script on them in 1 year. Tough year last year. They win 17 games this year with the winning record, and they've got a great young core. That's a very prestigious Muhlenberg County girls program, and just from what I've seen on the youth level, it looks like they're going to be on the come up.
Yeah, and you look at the freshman Sparks, who had a really nice first year, and will probably be the alpha dog for that team next year. And I look for her to really, really keep improving.
Yeah, no doubt. Groves, a great player as well, and then Jernigan checked in late there, and I thought she gave some really good minutes for them as well. But their season will end 17-15 on the year. Davis County punches their ticket to the nightcap on Friday night, and they will take on the Meade County Lady Wave by way of a 60-53 win over Butler County. And, Vic, that might be the surprise of the tournament. As far as the game. I thought it started really sloppy. Those first few minutes were not good. But, man, once the two teams settled in, I thought both teams played really well. Hats off to Butler County.
I'll say this.
Great effort.
When I saw the draw, I thought, okay, the worst – game, not like it would. I thought it would be very competitive, but as far as like pure basketball watching ability, you know what I mean, would be that Butler-Meade game. Meade with their zone that they play, Butler, who all year long has struggled to shoot. I mean, they shoot like 28% as a team from the field, like 19% from the three-point line, and they lit it up.
They're filling it up, man.
I mean, you got to remember, they went 13 of 58 in the championship game of Edmondson, which is 22% from the field.
I'm going to tell you something else, too. You know how I've been bullish on the Apollo Eagle fan base about how I've said they're the best fan base in the third region when they're rolling? They've been replaced because the new best fan base in the third region is the Butler County Bears, because you just don't have to go back very far to remember them selling this place out 3 nights in a row on the boys' side, right? They've brought the best crowd so far from what I've seen. It was the best, most intense crowd of the tournament so far. And now they're eliminated, right? I mean, and they'll have a team on the boys' side.
Yeah, it'd be really hard for them to win the Spirit Award.
But I can tell you what they brought in here last night and the energy level they brought was very impressive. That's not a short trip. Could have very easily – they were big. I felt like they were underdog. I know they won the district, but they got smoked by Meade in the regular season. They could have very easily stayed home and watched the live stream. They came in here. They were loud. They had a lot of energy. Shout out to Butler County. That to me, I love. I'm all about environments. They created one last night, so shout out to them. And I thought their girls really fed off that energy, but it was Meade County getting the win. They brought a good crowd in here as well, and I think people just kind of forgot about Meade County. I mean, it's not like they haven't been around the championship game for the past decade here in the third region. Yeah, they graduate Peyton Bradley, and you just think, well, that's the end of that run. It's a very prestigious program, and you have a winning coach and Coach Trippier coming over from the boys program. And, man, they put their best foot forward here late in the season. 18-6 since an 0-5 start. And I can tell you right now, you start looking forward to the nightcap on Friday night. Hey, if you just pencil Davis County into the championship.
They played this year, and Davis County won that game by 5, and that was back early.
That's going to be a good game Friday night.
I think so, too.
Write it down. That's going to be a good game. Ella Lucas, an 8th grader, just right on par with Meade, right? You're passing the torch. I mean, when they graduate a big dog, a new big dog comes up, and last night that looked like Ella Lucas. She had 17. Nevitt had 13. Paige Harrison was our co-player of the game there as well.
You talked about this. If you look at it, let's go from 2015 to 2025, the last 10 years, Steve. Meade's probably number 2 if you were to rank the girls' programs 1 through 15 in this region. Meade's probably number 2 behind Catholic. You can't put Breck in front of them because Meade has a couple regional titles. Yeah. Even though Breck, Meade is 2 without a doubt. I don't think it's remotely close.
No, since I've been covering the region, they're easily 2. I mean, and Coach Trippier knows his way around this place. He knows how to win in a regional tournament. He got a win last night, and they'll move on to take on Davis County Friday night.
Here, I'll keep saying it over and over. Coach Trippier, if you'll just listen to me, tell Clanton that you want a 1 in front of your salary or a 0 behind it, and you'll be back next year.
No doubt.
Because you have all the power right now. You'll never have this much leverage in your life, Coach Trippier.
Yeah, and shout out to Ava Wilson. She had a monster game for Butler last night. 25 points, puts her over 1,500 points for her career.
What a career.
She'll be back.
Yeah, but what a career she's had so far.
No doubt. No, and she was a player in here last night. I actually had a coach text me middle of the game and was like, how much Ava Wilson got right now? Because I feel like she's got 30. And, so it's like, that big shout out. All the coaches were seeing that performance. And that's what I love about the third region tournament, man. When the stars come and they shine bright here in front of the big crowd at the Owensboro Sports Center. So the semifinals on the girls' side is set. It'll be Owensboro Catholic and Edmondson, 6 o'clock Friday night. That'll follow right into game number 2, Davis County and Meade. And could be on a collision course for a rematch of the third region title game a year ago. It was 2 years in a row. It was Catholic Owensboro, right? And then last year it was Catholic Davis County. So might have to get that. So 4 years in a row, might get a 9th district clash in the championship. But again, I think Catholics. I don't know that Edmondson handling Catholic's ball pressure, that concerns me.
That would be the biggest concern. And not only that, too.
But Catholic hasn't – they've been gone stretches where they've really struggled offensively.
Hunter,
you got Carrie Ann Williams on the other side. And then the Meade-Davis County
Well, not only that, too. Listen, you saw how Catholic beat Breck on the comeback. It was getting to the rack. They didn't hit shots. Now, Muncie hit a couple. But, Martin didn't really shoot well from outside. Neither did Manahan. The one thing Carrie Ann Williams does is it puts pressure on Newby and Hagan going to the rack or getting offensive rebounds that it doesn't get thrown back in their face.
Yeah.
And so Catholic is going to if I'm Edmonton after watching these teams play, I'm packing it in. I'm going to take the drive away, and I'm going to force you. I'm going to play a boxing one on Muncie, and somebody else is going to have to beat me from beyond the arc.
Hey, that's not a bad – it'll be interesting. Can Catholic get the shots at the rim with Carrie Ann roaming the paint? It's a great storyline going into the game.
Now she's going to have to play physical because Hagan and Newby will.
Oh, they absolutely. They'll come right into your body. You got to try to stay out of foul trouble.
Well, we learned
there as well.
Katie Hagan's got like 4 brothers, so there you go. She's used to fighting for what she wants to eat.
She was excellent in that second half and the big comeback against Breckenridge County. But being around the Sports Center this week, man, it's just catching. I said this on the post game last night, but it wasn't on live at 5. But I've been covering it for this is probably 12 years now, 11 years now. And just a lot of the players that I covered are now on the bench coaching. They're in the stands cheering on their little sister. You got Daniel Caudill, Caitlin Simon, the power couple of Edmonson County. Caitlin Simon was a player of the year in the region, right? I saw them, and Daniel's on the bench for the girls team. Caitlin's pregnant. I mean, I'm like, man, I'm getting old.
It's a basketball player, right? You're gonna come out. That's going to come out with the basketball in his hand.
That's exactly right.
Or her hand.
Future Caudill. Be on the lookout for Edmonson County. And then I saw Lily Sky Grimes going out the other night as well. She had a baby with her.
Wow.
And it's like another Grimes. That's what she said. This is the future Grimes. I was like, the future? You're the past Grimes. We got the present Grimes
right now
running all over creation.
Still got some future because they're like 7th and 8th, 2 more.
Yeah. And then one on the girls' side, and then you got the baby there. So, I mean, we're just going to continue.
We'll be 80 years old calling games at the Sports Center, Steve, with Grimes still on the court.
100%. And they'll all be good. I'll be amongst the best players in the region because that's what they do. And then I saw Randall Bradley after the Meade game. And, man, it was good to see Randall. And he talked to him about Peyton. And Peyton got asked to play golf at Louisville.
Awesome.
So she, state champ on the golf. She's gonna be a multi-sport college athlete.
There you go.
Right? So our athlete of the year, Peyton Bradley, at the high school level, is now going to try to go do it at the college level as well. She said she loves it up there and having a great time. So just good to catch up with a lot of familiar faces.
She's not in the WNBA. She may be on the LPGA.
Yeah,
there you go.
I could easily see it. She's that talented. But no, speaking of college level, we come back. We got 2 big players around the area that's picking up big-time offers we're going to talk about. We'll pause it right there for Karen Gross, realtor with RE/MAX Professional Realty Group. Give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at karengross.net. It's live at 5 from the 3rd Region Basketball Tournament, 102.7 The Game.
Hi, this is Travis Holtree from Foreman Watson Holtree. I am proud to be a personal injury lawyer. Through my career, we've been called lots of names, ambulance chasers and things like that, and I've heard it all. You know what? You can call us what you want to call us, but when you need us, that's when we want you to call. We are your one call for injury law at Foreman Watson Holtree, and we are proud to be personal injury lawyers. Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Ride with Champion. Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Mazda in Owensboro, and it's that time of year for our annual Taking Out the Trash sales event. Push, pull, or drag your old ride to Champion and get $2,500 off our pre-owned MVP deals or any new 2025 or 2026 Ford or Mazda car, truck, or SUV. That's right, we increased our offer to $2,500 this year, so don't delay. Take advantage of this great deal plus outstanding MVP deals on pre-owned and factory incentives on new vehicles. Shop on the lot or online at championowensboro.com.
From backyard grills to big events, there's one sauce that delivers every single time. Van Atten's award-winning Pitmaster barbecue sauce brings bold flavor, rich smoke, and pit-perfect taste to whatever's on your grill. Pick your favorite, original, sweet heat, or hot and spicy, and bring winning flavor to every bite. Shop the sauce now at VanAttensBarbecue.com and follow Van Atten's Pitmaster barbecue sauce on Facebook. Van Atten's, where flavor wins.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Getting sick was not on my to-do list today. 3 conference calls, the kids have practice, and we need groceries. Who has time for a sinus infection? Fortunately, Owensboro Health Urgent Care offers convenient virtual visits. No long lines or waiting rooms, just quality health care from anywhere that works for me. Now that fits my schedule.
For life's ups and downs, choose Owensboro Health Urgent Care. Start your virtual visit at owensborohealth.org.
We'd like to give a heartfelt thank you to Crosspoint Baptist Church, proud supporter of our hospitality room at the 3rd Region Tournament. Crosspoint Baptist Church is helping care for those who serve others, supporting coaches, first responders, and referees throughout the tournament. It's a church built on faith, service, and community, always ready to lend a helping hand. We're grateful for their generosity and commitment to making a difference right here at home. That's Crosspoint Baptist Church, serving with heart at the 3rd Region Tournament.
When I was putting in the drinks on Monday night, they had a taco for me.
Hey, y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
Let's get back to Live at 5 with Steve and Coach on 1027 The Game.
It's Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here at the iconic Owensboro Sports Center, getting set for night number 1 of the boys' 3rd Region Tournament. Davis County Breck going to kick us off at 6 o'clock. The bottom of the hour, we'll preview those games right here. We're just going to transition down to the Green River Area Federal Credit Union countdown, the tip-off table, and continue down there. Also didn't want to glaze over it because there's a lot of great businesses involved, and we're really working hard to try to highlight them. Don't forget Foreman Watson Holtry.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because we're here doing Live at 5, and every day here on 1027 The Game.
Because
Monday
of them.
through Friday, it's because of Foreman Watson Holtry. So they're at the forefront of this 30 minutes, and then on the back half,
they're also a sponsor of the regional tournament, too.
What else is new?
I was going to say, come on
Travis Holtry and Foreman Watson Holtry sponsors everything we do. So just keep that in mind out there when we're talking about our sponsors. Also, you said during the break, let's give Feta another shout-out. Well, I just down another 2 pieces.
I was going to say, during break, you ate half that pizza.
I think I've ate 6 pieces since I've been here. I had Mi Ranchito for lunch. That's a free shout-out because that's my favorite Mexican place in town. And I tell you, it's like I didn't even eat.
Well, you got to fill that area you usually have soda filled with something, and it's food,
That's
Steve.
right. It must be it. Yeah.
I was thinking.
It's not helping me a bit.
I was thinking, Steve, with I was wanting to know how did Crosspoint, how was that food last night? Because I hated missing that.
As big of a disaster as some of the night was and where my mental state was last night, one thing that brought me back down to earth was Crosspoint. Brian and those guys in there, man.
Yeah, helping every generation to know, love, and serve Jesus. And I will say this. I think I'm going to take Coach Trippier. The advice I'm going to get Coach Trippier, and I don't know, Jordan, if you're listening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be in your office tomorrow and be like, I need a 1 or a 0. Yeah. I was gone yesterday, and look what happened.
Take your own advice.
I am. I'm going to. We're going to have that meeting. We're having a meeting with Jordan Yeckering tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I've never been so happy to see you in my life. I'm just going to be honest with you. Yesterday, anybody that listened thought I was going to jump out of the Eagle's nest. I mean, it's like,
you'll have Steve, woo, day. If I'm not here Thursday, guess what happens?
Who was it? It was Todd that came in, and he was talking to me, and I don't know what he said. I mean, he was having a long conversation with me, and he was like, Steve, I'm looking at you, and you're just not here. And I was like, nope. No, I didn't hear a word you just said. I'm completely lost right now. But that's yesterday.
Yep.
Today is moving forward in the right direction, and so far so good. Going good also for a couple. I didn't get to cover this yesterday because of all the craziness. But how about Jermel Carruthers? You got him and Max Johnson went up to the Elite 11 camp, and they showed out up there. Jermel picked up a 3-star.
And I think the number 1 quarterback in the state of Kentucky by that rating too.
Yes, and picked up an offer from Bill Belichick.
Well, did it come from Bill or Jordan?
I don't know.
I mean, if it came from Jordan, even better.
Michael Jordan?
No, and then that's his girlfriend's
Jordan,
name,
that's
Jordan.
Right. Yeah, that's
like maybe she made
right
the
over
offer.
my head.
Maybe she was there and like, you know what, that kid, that's a good-looking quarterback that can throw the football. You got a North Carolina offer.
That's big time, though.
Bill Belichick offered you.
That's big time.
I mean, I know he's the most overrated coach of all time, but it's still, I would take an offer from him.
Oh, yeah, I might commit today. I mean, that's a great program there, and it would be a great honor for Jamel, and he's got plenty of time maybe for more offers to still come in. On the other side, Max Johnson, he showed very well, and just like Darian Crow picked up an offer, that's where Darian Crow went, Illinois State.
And they played the national championship game last year.
That's a nice offer, and hearing through the grapevine that there's some more pretty nice schools that are getting ready to pull the trigger on some offers.
The quarterback play. Listen, the quarterback play in the city of Owensboro is going to be like it was great last year, and in the ESPN Owensboro region when you also take Heritage Hills quarterback and add it onto there. But you look at it with Goldsberry. But you're going to come back. You got Ganaway's back, state title.
And Ganaway's going to have several offers on his play.
A state title quarterback. Then you got Dremel Carruthers, the number one quarterback in the state of Kentucky by the rankings, not us. That's 247 or whoever gave him the 3 stars, have him ranked number 1. And then you got Max Johnson. Like the quarterback play is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, we're
and the fourth best quarterback may be the backup in Owensboro.
Right. I mean, try to put, like say, you start ruffling feathers and you start doing first teams and second teams and just when you have all these high-level recruits around town, it makes it difficult. But
and one thing, too,
for us.
while we're also talking college.
Yeah.
I want to be a little serious here. I want to give prayers out to the Holtz family as Lou Holtz passed away this morning. I mean, Lou Holtz is one of the reasons I am a diehard. I enjoy college football more than I do pro. I love pro football. But if I had to choose to watch one, it's college football because of Notre Dame and Lou Holtz. Then he went down to South Carolina, who was a dumpster fire of a program. His first year, they go 0-10-1. Then they win 9 games the next year and win a bowl game. Then they won the I think they won the division one year too. But while he was down at South Carolina, they don't get any better than Lou Holtz. And what a great life he lived. And prayers out to the Holtz family.
Yeah, he was on the sidelines for the first Notre Dame game I ever attended in person as a kid. That's how I'm a fan. And my family lives in South Bend. I'll never forget Lou Holtz. And not just what he did just after. He kind of transcended being a coach and went into the media and was excellent there too.
Oh yeah, I used to love him and Mark May on college football countdown or final or whatever.
No doubt. And speaking of great athletes around the area, though, talking about Jamel and Max and all the great quarterbacks. How about Carolina Jones from Hancock County, state champ, high jump champ? You got to give her credit over the Hancock County's finest, right?
Yeah, you look at what the girls have done on the track and field. Like a couple of years ago, you had Brett County. They didn't have a track team. She won like 4 state titles, and now Carolina Jones adds another one.
Yeah, I guess one that comes to mind is Carolyn Lucas.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, she won like 4.
Yeah, well, now she's just leading the Breckenridge or Brescia Lady Bearcats. I know they fell last night.
They're still in the national tournament,
That was
though.
another one I wanted to hit on. They did fall in the conference championship last night with a third region all-star game. When you talk about Carolyn Lucas, Brooklyn Stewart from Muhlenberg County, how about Haley Johnson from Owensboro Catholic, Shelby Beatty from Apollo, Cassidy Morris from Whitesville Trinity.
Well, there's another Catholic one. She led the country in field goal shooting.
Crampy.
Jenna Crampy. She's had an unbelievable career at Brescia so far in her 2 years.
Yeah, they put a picket fence around the third region, and they're really paying big dividends. Good luck to them coming up in the tournament. We'll keep it on college sports. UK last night, man. Every time I brag on them, they lay an egg. It's just inconsistency at its finest.
We just need to dump on them every game because when we dump on them enough, they go out and play well.
They played so bad. Mitch Barnhart retired. I mean, it's like
that may be actually. Listen, Mitch has done a great job at UK, but it was time. We need a new guy to lead us in the NIL era, and I mean, like every program he made is better off than before Mitch got there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, though. I mean, to see what direction they go. I mean,
don't give me Peavy. I know everybody wants to say Dwayne Peavy. He's never dealt with football. Like I need to go out and get a big time hire. I want a young guy that's going to totally embrace NIL and really ramp that up at Kentucky.
Yeah, that's going to be, there's a lot of big storylines going on right now with the tournament and everything and the shorter versions of Live at 5. we're not really able to dive into them. But next week, when this thing wraps up, I mean, you got the NFL Combine just wrapped up. Draft season is upon us.
Kyle Murray just got cut.
Kyler Murray's cut. The free agency starts Monday in the NFL, or the tampering period. Free agency is actually Wednesday. But a lot going on there. And, of course, Kentucky with an AD search, that's as big as it gets. I mean, you got to nail that if you're the University of Kentucky. And then you got, how about Dale Jr. running down at, I don't know, maybe just me and Blake Smith care about it, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming back at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, April 11th.
Late
for the
models,
Cars
right?
Tour. That's right.
Right, and not only
best
that,
racing in the country when you talk about the Cars
Well,
Tour.
what we've learned, NASCAR is so rigged. All you got to do is sue them and have a massive lawsuit. Then they're like, "Hey, we're going to settle, and then we're going to let you win all the races."
I'll tell you though, there's something pretty awesome about getting the walk from pit road to victory lane with Michael Jordan. Like, it just having him cut the interview the other day, it took me back to like post-game NBA on NBC, man. Like, and he's walking the victory lane in NASCAR.
Just like when it was in the NBA and it was all set. Hold on, no. When it was all set up for him to win.
Oh, come on.
And he got all the calls. The same thing in NASCAR, cheating to let Jordan win.
Michael Jordan could have never got a whistle in his entire career, and he's the greatest basketball player to ever live on the planet
I agree with that, but he also they like, you can shove guys down the lane and hit the game-winning shot, or
Oh my God, what would Jordan do this day and age?
Well, he would
line.
Hold on, he would average 80.
Yeah, that's what I was say. I mean,
well, not only that. Hold on,
he about getting calls. My God, look at old boy Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. If Jordan had his whistle, he would have averaged 80 a game.
Well, one thing, if you put Jordan in today's era where he didn't have to dribble, he would be completely unguardable. He may average 100.
Go watch Jordan in the pivot foot. I mean, the clips out there, they'll just blow your mind. I mean, it is what it is. He was. I didn't like him when he played because I was a Barkley guy. I was always against Jordan. I respected him.
I was a Bird guy, so I was against Jordan too. And the NBA cheated then, and now NASCAR's cheating for Jordan now.
It is what it is. You just got to tip your cap to the greatest. Last thing before we get down to the countdown, the tip-off, wanted to touch on Kentucky Wesleyan. I know we've covered them at length here on Live at 5. I really did that because I believe this team might have a run in their back pocket. And, well, just like most things here, you hear me say on Live at 5, I was dead wrong because they did not have a run in their pocket. And went up to Lake Erie last night and just was a different team on the road all year. Just never could put it together on the road. It turned the ball over so many times last night. Just super disappointing finish to the season. I am grateful for the great relationships we made with the new players, but Vic, and I know you. I mean, I'm upset by it. You're the one that drove 14 hours round trip in a day to go cover the game, and it's another tough ride home.
Listen, and it's the same on the road, and so many games, Steve. We've called so many games of theirs. You can take like a 2-minute section of a game and take it out, and they were the best team on the floor. But in that 2 minutes, they made 6 live ball turnovers on their end and gave up 11 points. And all of a sudden, instead of being up 5, you're down 7 at half.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it is. It's so just one. But here's the thing, and then I said this on the post game show last night. Like, getting to know Jorge and Caleb Mickery and Fatigue the last few years, Keandre Jones, Tavion Williams was a beast last night. I think I had him unofficially for 10.7 boards, 5 blocks.
Yeah, you getting to know the families,
Yeah,
like Caleb's family.
Like when I sat down there, when I got there, Lake Erie acted like they didn't know I was coming, and so I had to set a place up for me. But I was sitting there, and every Panther came by as they were going out to shoot the warm-ups and warm up and gave me, he's like, man, we appreciate you coming, gave me a fist bump. Like, getting to see them on the road and talk to them in the hotel rooms, it's a great group of guys. There's almost all of them had the ability to come back next year. And I think if you can start with Jorge and Keandre Jones and Tavion Williams and Caleb Miss Mickery, I know you listen to Live at 5 in the game.
Yeah,
let's keep this kid around. He had 28 last night. Yeah. The silent assassin. If you can get those guys back here next year, this is a team that I think can be really, really good next year.
Yeah, no, we'll see. The foundation's there, but with the landscape of Division II sports and all college sports, you just never know what to expect next year.
I saw where Kai Simpson had to go to the injured list and went in the portal.
Kai Simpson would look very good here.
I'll take him. And you'll never hear me talk about whiplash.
Him all year.
No, I will take a word.
To eat it.
I will take him in a heartbeat.
I already put it out there on Twitter. I already started recruiting myself.
There you go.
Hey, Kai, we would love to have you here. It's a Kentucky kid, right? We can come on down here and play at the Owensboro Sports Center. We'd love to have you. On the women's side, they battle. This is the women's team's a little different than the men because the expectation was a little lower.
Yes,
because it's the youth of the team.
This is the team that got there a year early.
Man, they're leading in the fourth quarter at Malone and just couldn't quite finish it. Tough matchup, 7 versus 2 seed, a much more experienced. Kaufman and them, they've been there at Malone for like 10 years, and we're playing with a bunch of freshmen.
Kaufman already has like a husband and 3 kids and still playing college basketball. She's been there forever.
It sure feels like it, but yeah, the ladies' ball. Next up on Coach Caleb Neiman's schedule is the NFL draft.
Yes, he'll be on our draft show.
Sure get him on the NFL draft. That'll wrap it up for Live at 5 today. I'm going to head down to the table with Brian Basham, Green River Area Federal Credit Union, counting down the tip-off.
Yep, we'll send you back to ESPN for just a second, and when they're ready to go, we'll have the countdown tip-off. Looking forward to it, Steve. Should be 2 great nights.
I'll head down there. See you in a bit here. See you tomorrow Live at 5.
Yeah, I do like 6, 7, 8 minutes, take a commercial break. Just say we're going to go to commercial, and I'll fire it off up here for you. I'll have my headset on.
You've been listening to Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game.
Yeah.
Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time.
Are you ready to go
for
on
Live
that with
at
OBS
5
and all that?
on 102.7 The Game.
Community Calendar on 102.7 The Game is brought to you by Robert Edge with Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Call 270-683-1715.
Downtown Owensboro presents Day of the Dude, March 6th. Dress up as your favorite character from The Big Lebowski and bar hop in downtown Owensboro. All participating locations will have a signature White Rush in honor of the dude. There'll be a killer after party hosted at Southern Lanes Bowling Alley. It happens March 6th from 5 till 9 p.m. M Square Marketing Photographers will be roaming the streets. You could end up on Facebook. Be a part of the fun. Join businesses like the Pub on 2nd, Brasher's Old Nashville, Big Whiskies, The Lure, Brewbridge, Sip, Feta, Don Mario's, Famous Bistro, and Mellow Mushroom. All part of the Day of the Dude bar hop in downtown Owensboro.
Find the 102.7 The Game community calendar on OwensboroRadio.com or on the Owensboro Radio app. We are Kentuckiana's sports leader, 102.7 The Game.
Local sports at its finest, Live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
It's time for Owensboro Health 3rd Region Basketball Tournament here on 102.7 The Game.
Moss with it. Moss, crossover, step back, three.
Oh my!
Jonathan Moss!
My goodness. If you're not here, you're missing out.
Take the volume on OBS and make sure that you're hearing everything from the roadcaster.
Let's go to the Sports Center and join the guys for the Green River Area Federal Credit Union pregame show.
Okay.
5 to shoot. Lane's going to dump it to Bean. Bean to Hancock. Hancock, somebody's got to shoot. Lane, step side. 3 on the way. Got it!
Oh, my gosh! Davis County!
Bottom camera game 1, production truck game 2.
Remember, your home for 3rd Region Sports is 102.7 The Game.
All right. It's the Owensboro Health Boys 3rd Region Basketball Tournament. The live stream presented by American Legion. Post 9, Vic Evans. I'm up in the crow's nest here, and we're going to throw it down to the 2 guys that will have this first game, Davis County and Breck. And down there, we've got Stephen A. Turner and Brian Basham. I'll let you guys take it away, and I'll chime in, Steve, when I need to.
Yeah, welcome in, Brian. And we were trying to figure out what mics we got. It is what it is. At least we're on the air.
We are on the air.
We're stepping in the right direction. Everything's running smooth tonight. Be sure and check those links out there on the 102.7 The Game social media page. And we got both games links posted up on Facebook. You can check those out. Follow the official 102.7 page, though. You don't want any hacked links or anything out there. And follow along. You can stream these games from the comfort of your home. Davis County, Breckenridge County getting ready to tip off here at 6 o'clock. And, Brian, this should be an interesting game. You got the defending champs coming in, trying to defend their title, and it starts with the Fighting Tigers of Breckenridge County.
I am, man. I love these pants.
Throwback. Yeah.
Like Indiana. But listen,
I think those are the same warm-ups that Bradley Payne wore when they won the state title.
Probably. I'm going to love it, Brett County. So I just love seeing it. But Davis County is a tough mountain. And, you only need a mustard seed, Steve.
That's right. It is.
There's a lot of mustard seeds in Brett County, but I don't know if they're going to have it tonight.
Yeah, it's going to take some. It would take a monumental upset to be clear. But Breck, kind of a little bit of a transition year. They lose Mercer Rogers last year. He was a big-time scorer. He went over to Brescia College and just a great player inside the third region. But, man, you turn the page from him, Coach LaGrange. They've got some nice wins on the season. They got, a nice win over Meade earlier in the year. Late in the year, they beat Owensboro Catholic over there in beautiful scenic Harned. But coming in here tonight, this is a different animal when you talk about the 24-6 top 5 ranked Davis County Panthers. And they won the matchup back on January the 6th, 74-33. But one thing we have learned through the tournament season, Brian, is it didn't really matter what you did in the regular season. We saw Meade and Butler last night. It was a very similar score, and it went right down to the wire last night.
Yeah, that was an exciting game. I heard you and Vic talking about that earlier. It was just cool to be in the environment. We were out there barbecuing Cross Point.
Yeah, it was great too. Yeah.
But you could hear the crowd out there too. So we moseyed on in, see what all the ruckus was about, and it was a great game. That's what it was about.
And Vic, I know you can hear me out there. I know early in the week on Beyond the Bench, I want to say this publicly for all the third region to hear. The views expressed on Beyond the Bench are not all of those on Cromwell Media, because I just went to bat for what I thought was the best crowd so far this week, the Butler County Bears. I'm sure Brad Payne would disagree, but no, I didn't see any extra security in here last night.
I didn't either. I couldn't understand that either. Listen, you can't. Did you see where he threw me under the bus with Joseph Decker on the Joe Show yesterday?
I did. Yeah. I'm telling you, he's on one right now. You got to keep an eye on him.
Hey, I was at the Davis County game last night. There was no fans here from Davis County.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my question. Could this be a conspiracy theory that he's actually trying to kill us from the inside like Kenny Payne did for Louisville?
That might be it. He's like infected. It's like the NWO did with Vince McMahon.
I'm beginning to wonder.
And you said I do have to go to bat for the Lane family because they were dressed up last night.
They were.
Davis County side.
They are tonight too. I just saw.
They made up for the lack of numbers for Davis County, but they're going to have to pick it up. You're talking about competing for the Green River Metalworks School Spirit Award this week. Davis County's got to pick it up.
Listen,
they were a weak crowd last night.
The parents came to play for Davis County.
They did.
But the students was not here.
Well, that's part of it. It's band, cheerleader, student section, the regular crowd. It all factors in.
I'm just going public with it. I'm going to tell you right now, after 2 nights, it's Butler County, number 1 leader in the clubhouse.
I second that. I'm going to bet you tonight, guys. I'm going to bet you tonight, game 2 here tonight, Grayson's going to show out. The defending champions.
They're the defending champs. They're the defending champs of the School Spirit Award. And we've already got some orange in the house.
Yes.
They're ready.
In their seats.
They are ready. They got Muhlenberg coming up. That'll be a great one. We'll talk about that one in a second. But you go back to the district tournament and you look at the game against – everybody's looking to Saturday. Let's just be clear. The Muhlenberg County's disrespected. Breck's disrespected. But let's make no mistake. Everybody in the third region is looking to Saturday. One of these teams can spoil that here tonight with a big upset. But in that game against Grayson where Davis struggled, and they struggled down the stretch at times, De'Aaron Watkins was hit and miss, right? I think he only took 4 shots in the game against Grayson. He did not do that in district. He looked like a caged animal in district. You look at 20-12 against Owensboro in the win there, 21-11 against Apollo. And, De'Aaron Watkins is the guy, Brian, that I've said all along that can take Davis County from a team that maybe gets beat in the regional tournament to a team that can win the whole Sweet 16.
Yeah, Davis County, you got 2 possible D1 players on that team right now, maybe a possible 3. Depending on how they play the rest of the year. But Brett County, to go back on the point you're making that everybody's looking till Saturday, like the two-headed monster there in Grayson and Davis County. Brett County likes that. Brett County wants that.
Sure.
Listen, I played basketball with Jeff LaGrange, and that dude is a scrapper. You don't think his team's going to scrap? They hear all the noise. Look out for Brett. They're going to make a little noise, but I think Davis County is going to quieted it a little bit in the fourth.
Well, I was going to say,
Vic, we've seen teams come in here that are, loosey-goosey. They have nothing to lose. I mean, everybody's already chalked them up as a loss. And they're going to come in here. I look for Breckenridge kind of come out and shoot the ball well tonight.
Well, I was going to say that will be the one. Nottingham, when they played in the regular season, I thought Nottingham played really well in the paint and being physical. So I'm not really worried about that. But if they're going to pull the upset, Flood may have to reset the record for school record for three-pointers. He set it with 9. I think for Breck to pull the upset tonight, they have to hit 13 to 15 three-pointers tonight. I think that's the path.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, and even then, you're still probably up against it. Yeah. Davis County's one thing they're very underrated in, like I talked about with the girls last night, and we saw that play out defensively, right? Yeah. I mean, because on the girls' side, they only gave up 2 points in the first quarter, and they were swarming Muhlenberg. They couldn't hardly get a shot off, and if that happens to Breck tonight, could get late early for the Fighting Tigers.
Well, and I called when these two teams met at Davis County, it was our game of the week, our Don Moore Automotive game of the week then. And going into the fourth quarter, Breck had more turnovers than points. They really struggled with the 1-3-1, 2-2-1 full court trap Davis County put on.
And listen, Jonathan Moss and Watkins is hard to contain them. And I'm looking out here at Breck County warm up. I don't see anybody from visual looks that can stop them two players, and then you add in everybody else that Davis County has. So.
Yeah, I don't know how long we've been going here, but that's the first mention of Jonathan Moss, and we've been in the pregame for a little while, and that's just because he's so elite that you just say, okay, this kid's going to go get 20. It's guaranteed.
Listen, that's like Michael Jordan. Vic, put your headphones back on. Yeah, I heard what you said about Michael Jordan, the GOAT.
That's right.
Not true, but Jonathan Moss, I mean.
Hold on. I said he was the greatest player in the history of the NBA. It's just the NBA cheated with him, too.
You didn't say it with your chest. You didn't mean it.
I did, too. Right. He just should have got suspended because he liked to gamble a lot, and that's the reason he went and played baseball, because he was going to get suspended for a year.
That's probably true. That's probably true. That may be true. But no, we don't have to worry about that with Jay Moss. I feel like this dude's smooth every time we get the privilege to watch him play. That's what it is. I mean, anybody that's coming in, even the Breck fans, they won't feel like it's tonight, but they'll look back on it, when they see him out there burning teams up on Saturdays, and they'll say, man, I watched that kid play in the Owensboro Sports Center last year. I mean, wherever he decides to make his college decision, they're going to be lucky to have him. I've watched this kid shoot ball since he was about 5 years old at Apollo High School, watching his brother play, and the kid was shooting threes better than I've ever shot it my whole life at the age of 5, and he's just gotten better ever since then. And it really is a privilege to watch him play. And it'll be him and Watkins carrying the mail, but Acton's another guy. You talk about the big three, man, and Acton's another guy, 15 points per game. And
jump from the free throw line, bud.
Oh, he kind of falls into the background with the big two. But Acton's a kid that can go out and beat you. If either one of them are having an off night, it can be Acton. And one thing we saw in the district, teams trying to take Moss away, doubling him and tripling him up top. Well, you got Ratcliffe and you got Randolph, one on each wing, and they were knocking threes down at a high clip. If they're hitting shots from the outside, then Davis County becomes really, really hard to beat.
Yeah, and I'll say this. It looked like at the district tournament that Acton was back to being fully healthy instead of 80 to 85. The way he attacked the rim and went to try to, he tried to dunk on Landon Henning and put him on a poster one time. He seemed to be back to being full healthy.
Yeah, that's bad news for everybody else.
He tried to dunk on about 3 people that game, and me and Vic were calling that game. Oh, it was crazy. It was the first time I saw him play.
Amazing. Look out, man.
Hey, I feel honored to even be able to call this game just because of Jonathan Moss. It's been a pleasure, like you said, to watch him. I haven't watched him grow up. I watched him last year for the first time, and the jump he made from last year to this year is unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he just keeps climbing that ladder, and I think he'll do the same when he gets to the college level. I want to give a shout-out to Breck. They got here by way of a win over Hancock, 64-52. Grimes, the young Grimes there. What else is new? There's so many great ones in Breck County. Grimes had 15. Their season leaders are Jake Flood with 13, Nottingham with 12, and Grimes right there, 11.6. Jonah Miller, 11.7 rebounds there as well. So they'll need them to be all hands on deck just to compete tonight.
I'll tell you this, Miss Grimes, their mother, was my English teacher, and she was a baller too, Hall of Famer in college.
Family, man.
And she went to Meade County as well. She was a baller
Dude,
too.
deep. You could go to their Thanksgiving, like at a Grimes. If it was a warm Thanksgiving,
10 kids.
Get it out. Yeah, go to a gym somewhere.
It's a college basketball game.
Family showdown. Yeah, it'd be incredible. Talent coming out the ears in the Grime household.
It's like Phillip Rivers. We're going to have a Grime.
That's right.
Every year.
100%.
For the last 10,
I saw Lily the other night. She has a baby. So, I mean, when the next, 12, 13 years, we'll be ready to cover another Grimes. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to preview game number 2, Grayson County, Muhlenberg County. Here's the Green River Area Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, 102.7 the game.
Great news for our local athletes who play Friday night games. You now have access to walk-in sports medicine care from Owensboro Health on Saturday, as well as weekdays. But you don't.
Plumbing problems ruin your day. Call Jay the Plumber at 270-313-0883.
That's 270-313-0883. Jay the Plumber, your hometown plumbing pro.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
There's the wrong realtor. And then there's the right realtor. Stephanie Wright, Greater Owensboro Realty Company. Expect extraordinary. Call or text 270-499-0099.
You know that weird squeaky sound your floor makes? Yeah, it's begging for a makeover. At Floor Concepts in Owensboro, they've got you covered. Literally. Hardwood, carpet, vinyl, tile. If it goes on the floor, they've got it. Locally owned, super friendly, and pros at what they do. Floor Concepts makes upgrading your home easy and actually kind of fun. Swing by their location on 231 or check them out online at floorconceptinc.com. Floor Concepts, your feet will thank you.
Ride with Champion. Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Mazda in Owensboro, and it's that time of year for our annual Taking Out the Trash sales event. Push, pull, or drag your old ride to Champion and get $2,500 off our pre-owned MVP deals or any new 2025 or 2026 Ford or Mazda car, truck, or SUV. That's right, we increased our offer to $2,500 this year, so don't delay. Take advantage of this great deal plus outstanding MVP deals on pre-owned and factory incentives on new vehicles. Shop on the lot or online at championowensboro.com.
It's the Owensboro Health Boys 3rd Region Champion or Tournament here on 102.7 The Game. Live streamed out there, brought to you by American Legion Post 9. Vic Evans up in the Crow's Nest. I've got the 2 announcers of the game down at the Green River Area Federal Credit Union table. Brian Basham and Stephen A. Turner. Take it away, Steve.
Yeah, and we just saw a group of Davis County fans coming in, Brian, and they look dressed for the part. In Davis County, there's a lot of red coming in here, I got to say. So far, outnumbering Breckenridge County a little bit. One thing I do know, the Breckenridge County band will not be outdone. They always bring the best playlist into the Sports Center, and looking forward to hearing them here in just a little bit. Let's switch gears.
I was going to say, no, real quick, Steve, not to be outdone. How about the cheerleaders? They're some of the best in the nation.
No doubt. No. And the whole third region, like, we're blessed with great cheerleaders across the entire third region and award-winning cheerleaders at a national level. But nightcap tonight, Grayson County, 22-6, will take on 16-13 Muhlenberg County. Grayson won 6 straight and 19 of their last 21. They'll be heavily favored. They won 98-74 in the regular season. But I think that game, Muhlenberg, I think, poses a little bit more of a threat than we're going to see in game 1, especially if Grayson comes out lackadaisical. I don't expect that to happen. Yeah. Coach Johnson will have them ready to play. I expect both Davis County and Grayson to be laser focused.
Is that the team John Kirkpatrick is helping coach?
Trinity.
Okay, I don't know.
Same district.
Same district. Gotcha.
There you go.
Listen, I'm catching up. I'm new to the game.
New to the game. It's all good. We roll right through it. Grayson County does have Jack Logston, WKU commit, just tremendous player. He'll be back. Well, most of these kids will be back for Grayson next year. Logston leads them at 20 points, 5 points per game. Armstrong at 15. Martis, 14.5 points per game. Langdon at 12. Gaither at 9.6. And probably the best 1 through 5 in the third region. They handled Davis County a couple weeks ago over at the Panthers Den. A lot of people have them coming in this game coming into this tournament as the favorite.
Yeah, I remember them from last year in Logston. He had the dunk up the third region tournament, and I was on the camera and I watched it. It was pretty amazing. So I know that kid's going to be good.
I know Grayson last year.
I know Grayson County's going to show up.
So like I say, the orange is already starting to get in over there. And you look at the Mustangs; they kind of limp in. They've only won 2 out of 6. Did defeat McLean to get here, courtesy of 21 points from the Goose. Groves had 21. He leads the team at 16.5 points per game. Kason Morris, 12.8 points per game. Sparks, 9.5, 7 rebounds. And Isaac Coates at 9.4 points per game. I believe we're about to get the national anthem. So, Vic, I'll let you take us back out to break. And this will conclude the Green River Area Federal Credit Union pregame show, the countdown to tip-off. When we come back, we'll get you starting lineup and tip-off here at the Owensboro Sports Center.
You've been listening to the Owensboro Health Third Region Basketball Tournament here on 102.7 The Game. Tonight's play-by-play has been a broadcast service of Cromwell Media. Remember, your home for Third Region Sports is 102.7 The Game.
Listen to Live at 5 with Stephen Coach on 102.7 The Game.
Right with champ.